But no, with this question of building a self and then killing it, I think any spiritual teacher that is teaching their students this is confused about spiritual practice
Mm.
in general. The self is not an enemy. So, and if we're paying attention closely, I think we'll notice, and don't take my word for this, but investigate it for yourself. There, for me, there doesn't seem to be this stable thing called I. I think we often put on different hats or different outfits throughout the day. We might go to work and all of a sudden we have our employee or employer hat on. Um, we come home and we've got our mother or father or parent hat on. We have our brother or sister. Uh, so we have a number of different roles that we take, and they kind of take this particular shape or form. Um, and um, so these aren't bad things, right? It's important to know what my relationship is in a particular circumstance, right? If I'm a mother, there's things that entails. If I'm an employer, there's that means something. So the ego or the self, it's very useful. I love the self. All these parts are selves. Um, so no, the building up and then killing, that doesn't even fit my framework. Um, Rather, my approach is to, and there's a few ways to do this. You can start from the inside or you can start from the outside. But what I tend to do is to maybe point people at a particular dimension of their being, which we can maybe call pure awareness, which doesn't have shape or form or color or really any qualities other than knowing. And then if we investigate it further, we might see that it has another quality that is unconditionally accepting. This pure awareness, it allows the pleasant and the unpleasant in without struggle. Now, we may have certain conditioning or certain parts of us that say, I don't like this, or ooh, I do like this. And um, awareness just recognizes this. It is equal. It just has this higher perspective, you might say. So when we're working with our self or many selves, many parts of ourselves, I tend to point people toward this pure awareness that can then hold ourself or many selves and just give them that unconditional acknowledgement, acceptance, and love that we're all looking for, right? And to hold them in a place of equanimity. So it's not to say that we act out of an angry part or a part that has desires or other harmful behaviors. Um, but we just say, hey, I see you. I love you. I accept you. We can maybe take it a little more impersonal. We can say, you're kind of like Ram Dass says, we can look at people more like trees or parts of ourselves like trees. We can see that a tree didn't get enough light and so it bent this way or that way, you know? And so it's crooked, but it's not like we blame the tree for it. Um, and so when we're able to kind of open to all the parts of ourselves in that way, there's an ease that settles in. And we can begin to move a little more intuitively and with more recognition of this interbeing, which is, again, test this for yourself, but I think you'll find naturally compassionate, naturally loving. It takes joy in other people's joy rather than gets jealous. It's calm in situations. It has this quality of equanimity. So yeah, building up and destroying, yeah, I don't think that's quite necessary. We can, of course, recognize qualities or skills, and we can work towards cultivating those. So, like, if you grew up with a lot of anger in your home or abuse, and that lives in you, it lives in your nervous system, we can do a practice of loving kindness, say, where we take objects or humans or pets, and it's both a concentration and a conditioning exercise where we sit and we just wish them well, may you be happy, may you be free from suffering, may you be free from angry, may you be at peace. And so we kind of just cultivate and condition these feelings of goodwill. So yeah, we can move skillfully through the world in that way.